saying everybody.
Yeah.
In general, I think everybody has this misconception when it comes to church and church people, right? Because there's a difference in being perfect. Either the church people themselves forget that they are still human, or the people that are looking at them forget that they are still human.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? White Christian and straight is considered hateful. How does that work? I would imagine black Christian and straight is also considered hateful.
If we matter, yeah.
Assuming we matter.
If people can protest because the gyms aren't open, then I got nothing.
I'm up to it.
Yeah.
I'm up to it.
Are we
I'm with it.
We going there. I'm up to it.
That's the show, Dada!
Yeah.
What it do?
Peace.
What's cracking?
I can hear like we never left, baby. We got the mez back. It's because Q is back. In the building. That's why, man. We got all our swagger back, including our sound effects and all of that.
Yes, sir.
Back at 100%.
Good to be
Welcome back. Yeah. We back here on a Friday night doing what we do best. Back in this BI like we never left. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Assuming we can still call you that. Welcome one more time to this Friday night to the most organic conversation on the internet. Up to it, down to it. We back in again, baby. How y'all feeling tonight, fellas? What's good, man? What's good?
I feel all right.
Any day above ground is a good day.
You got that right.
Say that again.
Actually, I could be feeling better, man. My foot just went out on me, man. I don't know what this is, man. I was just like in pain during the beginning. I was like, I don't know what happened. I guess it's, the cause of getting older, right? I was like, foot, what are you doing? I had ran to the kitchen because I forgot my shot glass, and I ran back. As soon as I sat down, it was like, "You getting older? Sit down."
Too much weight down.
Stay down. What are you doing?
It was an in-house non-contact injury.
He's Andrew Bynum.
Right.
You gotta have
Anthony Davis out here,
man. With each limb now. It's crazy.
All right. Apparently, yeah, feet. All right, now feet. Don't fail me now.
Come on.
Okay, Kunta.
Okay. Kunta didn't survive that for nothing. And that's real talk, man. That's real talk. But listen, that being said, let's get into it, man. First of all, welcome all of our early subscribers, man, our early viewers, man. Shout out to y'all. For those of y'all who are here for the very first time, do me a favor real quick and hit the like and subscribe button for me, okay? Trust me. You are not going to be mad about that. There's a ton of content there's a ton of content coming. Trust me, you're not going to be mad. So, yeah, do that. And tell a friend to tell a friend. That's what we do, all right?
You didn't.
Hey, man, we on the same page, nining it up out here, man. All that being said, hey, man, let's get some of these intros, man. Y'all know me. I'm Trey, the great and terrible man that, got some opinions that might be great and some that might be terrible. Doesn't matter. Whatever. I'm going to give them to you either way. And with that being said, right on the screen, left in real life, that guy right there, Morgan State University, out here in this piece, the immovable fourth. Talk to us, man.
Yo, what's good, everybody? And I definitely want to start out by shouting out Morgan State University. Today was graduation day, and it was 6 years ago today that I got my master's degree from Morgan State, which was my second degree from the institution, the national treasure, the only national treasure. Okay, that's my HBCU. So shout out to them. Hope everybody's doing good, feeling great. Also, shout out to Shy City. That's that in the background, and to the baddest barber in the land, Carlton. You dig? I'll be getting up with him tomorrow so we can get this together. What we drinking on tonight? All right. Well, the mixed drinks are a little Maker's Mark and Simply Lemonade. Y'all can see it. Well, strawberry lemonade. Y'all can see it's going empty. All right. That's Maker's and Simply Strawberry. But I do want to put y'all on to something gangster. All right. And this should actually be a crime. All right. I'm going to show y'all two different things. So this is Black Label cider. So, spiked cider, of course. And we're looking at it's a small batch blend, 15% alcohol by volume. All right, and y'all know, big Ensign fan, Ensign, y'all need to call me. All right, it's time. All right, so this is the salted caramel by Ensign. All right, so you would think that I would be putting a chaser with these. I am absolutely not. All right, we're going boom, put the two together. All right, make them make love to each other, and this is the drink for the night. All right, so the cider mixed with the salted caramel, it tastes nothing like liquor. It's just a delicious amalgamation of things. All right, so every time we up to it, down to it, it's going to be these two things going on. It is straight, no chase. Y'all enjoy yourselves. Get a good drink in your cup.
Oh boy, this is gonna be a night. Straight no chase. Oh,
Straight
this
no
is gonna be a night. Oh boy, Steve, welcome back, my brother. What's good, man?
What it do,
Welcome
Clap?
back. We gotta get him back on, man. He was on last season. We got to get him back. Sure.
Absolutely.
All right, next one on the docket. Down bottom, caddy corner. Recovering from people trying to take his superpowers. LB King Rich, talk to us, brother.
After you unmute yourself.
You muted.
I am doing it. Hey, there it is. I was just practicing. Yeah.
Your mom.
Right
Yeah,
there you go. Mom.
Superpowers.
Yeah. Anyway,
all that. Yeah, just like that.
How's everybody doing? It's your boy, it's your man. I'm here in the flesh, still alive, above ground. Hope everybody's doing fine like wine as usual, and getting better with time. Man, I'm doing good. I'm doing great. So listen, I actually wanted to show something as well. This right here is what I'm sipping on. This is the purest of tequila. I'm not even going to pronounce that because I just got it. It was put on to me.
My door.
There you go. And I was like, yo, let me taste it. Boom. I got it. And then I did it because it's like water. But it's great, right? Anyway, I'm gonna hit y'all with something different today because this one just popped out at me as I was redoing my resume. But it came out of nowhere. It's from Oscar Wilde. And I'm going to just say it. Y'all can look into it, figure out what it means to yourself. But this one was like, what? It was like what does that even mean? I need to find out what Oscar Wilde is talking about. But, and I quote, he says, punctuality is the thief of time. Now, punctuality is the thief of time. I haven't even taken the time yet to like really digest it and figure it out, but I'm gonna leave that to y'all. Shout out in the comments. Go ahead, blast off in the comments what you think it means, what it means to you, whatever. If you like it, you don't, you hate it, whatever. But punctuality is a thief of time, and I'm gonna leave that right there. Hope everybody's great, man. You're in for a good time. It's still time to tell your friends to come on, jump on in. Let's get it popping.
That's what's up. I wonder what that means. Punctuality is the thief of time.
Thief of time.
A thief or a thief?
Punctuality is the thief of time.
Okay.
Just let it simmer. I'm
gonna let it marinate.
Let that marinate. Also, in other news, this happened this week too. Huh? What?
Hey, the return.
What? Oh, hey guys. Oh, they're here for the fun as well.
Oh man, Yellow shots have returned, baby.
Red and green for the season.
Hey,
My
I had the
goodness.
green, but the green had the tequila in it. But you notice those are gone already. So,
Fair enough.
man,
This is gonna be a night. Y'all gonna hang on. Y'all better hang on. That said, my man's the insert color here, haired kamikaze.
What it do, you guys? What's good, y'all? Look, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. I've been out, but I'm glad to be back. I was under the weather, and with that being said, it's the holiday time. It's holiday season. Please make sure you're taking care of yourselves. Make sure your loved ones are taking care of themselves too, because the bugs are going around. So make sure you dress warm. You're taking care of your body, taking care of your mind, and feeding your soul, people. Other than that, love y'all. Good to be back, and let's get into this show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's good to have you back, my brother. Good to have you back. And for all you crazy cats, it's good to have you back again. I know we missed y'all last week. You know, we had to do some grown up stuff. Hopefully, y'all caught the replay, or the pre-record rather. Hopefully, y'all caught that. It's on the channel. Check it out. But yeah, definitely happy to be back with y'all live on Friday night doing what we do. So with that being said, let's get to our first shot. Welcoming you guys to the show. Thanks for being here. Oh, my bad. This is what I'm on tonight. I'm on Old Faithful. I'm on Old Faithful tonight. I'm on Old Faithful, man. Peach, Paul Masson. All right. So my up to it, down to it is on the simple stuff, man. That got me through so many years, undergrad and so on. So that's what's in here.
And forgive me, I'm still on the mend. So mine is good old hydration, H2O for the night.
You still got something to put up in the air.
Big shout out to the HTO. This one's for y'all. Welcome. H2O. H2O. H2O.
I was like, what? HTO?
My dumbass did that in the pre-show too.
Yeah, something else in mind.
Hey,
H to the is
I'm team THC out here.
I like that. Hot toddies and other liquid. There we go. HTO.
There we go. That works. All right, let's get into some of these topics, man. Let's start out short and sweet here real quick. So y'all take a look at this tweet. Every now and then I see stuff and it's just a simple tweet and I think we can talk about it. So this says maturing is realizing that Family Guy is not even funny for real. Gentlemen, your take.
It's at this point that I reinforce that Al Gore's internet was not to give everyone a place to speak publicly. Okay. Al Gore's internet was because he wanted everyone to have access to actual valuable information, but to blaspheme in such a way is not something that Al Gore intended. Shut up, Meg.
Yeah, we're pretty sure the algorithm would not like that.
Don't speaky to man unless man speaky to you.
Listen. Listen. I'm with her, man. I'm with you, Kev. That's Meg. Quiet, Meg. Listen. I know fair or foul is a little bit later on, but that's not only foul, but that's blasphemous.
It's rancid.
Super foul.
And she should know better. And that's and again, it's not to say that literally everything Family Guy has done is funny. However, to say Family Guy is not funny is wild. Is wild.
Yeah. And in the thread, actually, I think she says, now South Park though, South Park is funny. They're basically the same thing.
How did what? Oh, she was trolling it. She had to be
She
trolling.
must have been. She
Had
must
to
have been.
Must
had to have been.
Must have been.
It's the same. It's like the same premise, the same show. Like we're gonna poke fun at everybody, every single body.
And literally everybody. Because I did see a tweet that was like they just make fun of like gays and some other group, and I was like, no, Family Guy leaves nothing out. Nothing.
No stone unturned.
No. After they did
much like South Park. Go ahead, my bad.
after they did Prom Night Dumpster Baby, you should have known there was no,
Oh God.
yeah, down the song Down Syndrome Girl was not
Down Syndrome Girl.
There is no
Down
group,
Syndrome Girl.
subgroup, no letter of the alphabet that gets left off. Okay, Brian the dog made love to Quagmire's father, who
is trans,
mother father. So
yeah,
okay,
which is both, I guess trigendered and bestiality. So
it's all the things.
Like it's all the things. Like
Stewie Griffin.
What's up, LB? What you about to say, man?
Nope, nothing. I ain't got nothing for it.
Stewie Griffin got married to a baby girl and is gay. I'm just like they don't leave anything out.
And has the hots also for Brian.
Yes.
Who is a dog.
For Lois.
Giggity.
Yeah.
Who also has the hots for Lois. Yeah, we're not about to sit here and act like Family Guy isn't one of the greatest shows on television, like straight up. Like we're not. It is. So,
shut up.
As is The Simpsons. Shut up, Meg.
Yeah.
I mean, The Simpsons predict the future, for crying out loud.
That they do.
Yeah.
And I mean, to doubt the comic genius behind those shows is to doubt the satire in life, I should say.
Yeah.
Music genius.
Yeah, it's definitely easy, great musician.
It's insane.
And you can see it, the kind of the people he, some of the things that people think, and we're going to be getting into that today. Some of the things that people think, some of the ways people think, it's going to make you want to drink. It's going to drive you to drink. But I think we all can agree that this young lady here is tripping. Fair to say?
Absolutely. Fair to say she's foul.
Wow. Yeah, there you go, kid. What?
Fair to say she's
I like the way you think.
And we're not even there yet. But you know what? Let's go ahead to that, man. Let's go ahead and jump into that real quick. Because I feel like taking another shot with some of these other things that's coming up. The video I showed y'all earlier. Yeah, we're about to go to that. And that's going to require at least a drink. At least.
Play it for me.
Let's get to it.
I'm sitting up here marching to that.
Yeah, that was fun.
Marching to that, boys. Woo.
Gotta change it up. For him real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
and again, if you're just jumping on, this is just it's a mix of liquors, but it's straight liquor, and this is absolutely delicious. All right, as you were.
It looked like it. You definitely, like it's not.
But it is.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I got the sense of what you were saying.
A little. I took an L.
There we go.
Yeah, you back.
Yeah.
Okay. I took an L for a second. I did. Okay. All right. We
did
live.
just a little
We
bit.
live. Welcome back.
We live.
All the way.
Computer's taking shots too.
Hey, the computer's drunk, man. Everybody take shots over here, man.
There it is.
So a couple weeks ago, we talked a little bit about, the things that go on in the church, right? So with that in mind, I have something for y'all to see. I saw this on my IG today, and I figured because I saw it, y'all got to see it too. So our first fair or foul, this.
And I was just saying, walk with me, Jesus, walk with me, Lord. Oh, hey, Lord. He said, don't call Jesus no more. He put that double barrel shotgun in my stomach. Hallelujah. And he pulled the trigger one time. And I said, Jesus, Jesus. He said, don't call Jesus no more. And he pulled it the second time to go and wouldn't shoot. I said, Jesus, Jesus. Hallelujah. He pulled that trigger the third time, and that gun wouldn't shoot. Hallelujah. He threw that gun down, fell on his knees, and said, tell your God to save me. Tell your God. Hallelujah. And now he's saved. And now where my husband at? Where my husband at? Now he's saved. Where's my husband? He's saved, sanctified, and he's my pastor, and he's my best friend. God saved him. Saved him.
Time out. Hold on.
Wait,
time
what?
out. Help me, Holy Ghost.
Wait a minute.
Time out.
Huh?
Pause. Pause. Did I just hear what I think I heard?
I heard it. Did you hear it?
This wait, the same person that put the double barrel shotgun to her stomach is now her husband and pastor?
And her best friend. Don't
Bro,
forget
what?
best friend.
And he got saved because he couldn't shoot her?
He got saved because he couldn't shoot her because the gun wouldn't go off. Damn it.
So he saved and sanctified instead of charged, convicted.
We're a big fact
Not
because that's
charged for
attempted
attempted
murder.
murder.
Like, they say, never mind. Let me stop before I go down to. There was a song called "Jesus Dropped the Charges." So,
Oh, needless to say, we're getting canceled tonight.
But
go down in a blaze of glory tonight, man.
say marry your attempted murderer.
That's not
She
the
said,
commandments.
I followed your
That's the same
commandments.
person?
Lord.
The person with the gun is because she said, where my husband at? I thought it was two different people.
She wanted to acknowledge him at that point.
Yeah.
He once lost, but now he's found next to her at the altar. We're not drinking enough.
Yeah. No, I mean,
That's what I'm saying, dog. Like, I don't. Q, listen, I know you sick and all that, but you're too sober for me right now. Like, so go ahead, kid.
That's foul. And listen, I done seen enough episodes of SVU, and they talk about women who get in intimate relationships with their rapists or sexual abusers, but this one's a little wild to me. Like 3 times he tried to get a double barrel shotgun to go off on your gut, and you said yes, I'll marry you, and then said I do at the altar, and then he became pastor. So like you had to tell this story to somebody.
is that how it went down? Because that's why I was confused. I was like, wait, because Wait, she did say and now, right? So
And now.
so wait,
That's
so
the
what
time.
were you? What were you then?
And now,
when
yep,
he
and
put
now.
the double barrel on you then? Like, were y'all just?
He was her robber. He once
Hey,
was
man.
lost, and now.
I feel like they had to have been together before, right? They had to be together before, right?
I
One
Right?
can assume.
I'm in the ghetto.
I- Yeah.
I'm kind of baffled, guys. I think we just witnessed the first black shotgun wedding.
I see what you did there.
This guy, he's here all day.
Yeah.
I think we just witnessed it, you guys.
That one.
Yeah,
That
I think
one.
that's about as close to a
You know what though? You know what?
double shotgun wearing.
She might just be just right for him.
Well,
So,
I mean,
She's got to be.
the good word does say love thy neighbor. I guess that we missed the fine print where it said marry your murderer, but okay, if that's what we're doing.
attempted.
Or it was a comma after, even if he
Yeah.
Mm,
You know,
I
like
followed
the,
love.
the Bible does say stuff, about not being unequally yoked. You know what I'm saying? I would imagine a nigga that took a double barrel shotgun to your gut is probably not equally yoked.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and agree with you.
wait a minute.
I mean, it's
I just
possible.
had to make sure
I
it was
could be
nobody
wrong,
with a gun back
but-
there. Okay. No, I think you're absolutely right, bro.
It's wild out here in these streets.
I can't do it no more. I can't do that one no more.
And in that
I can't
breath,
do that one no more.
Awesome brain
I took
cells.
my right hand and I took my left hand and I called foul.
By chance, what state was that?
Oh,
That is an excellent
No.
question. I don't know.
Okay, we're gonna have to do some research and come back because I feel like
We're gonna
if we
guess?
know this.
I don't know.
If we were to guess, that's a fun question. If you were to guess, what
Ooh,
state?
sound off in the comments. What state?
All right, let us know in the comments.
Jesus, take the wheel.
I'm gonna hey, everybody's guesses is something southern. Something southern. I was gonna say Black Alabama,
I was gonna say Alabama too.
It would not shock me if it was something wild like Idaho. Because that hoe is wild.
You think they got a black church like that in Idaho?
Just one. And that's the one. Where
That's the one black church.
yeah,
where the minister had a double barrel shotgun to her stomach by her future fiance. And that's her testimony. I got a testimony.
Kentucky is close second.
And the head of the trustee
I can see
department just got out on extortion and money laundering charges.
Oh yeah, I don't think I've had enough to drink.
What we got next? That's wild.
Yeah.
Geez.
Before
All right.
Drunk before we get to the main topic.
We
around
gonna-
with this.
Oh, I promise we will. I promise we will. Because this next one, I leave it when I saw it myself. So let me go ahead and get the share screen up. There we go. All right. So I'm going to just read the caption. The caption says, y'all agree, a woman says it's transphobic for straight men to not want to date trans women because of preference.
So down the
Let
glass.
me say that again. You said what?
So down the glass is basically what you're saying.
That sounds
basically. No transition necessary. We know what time it is. Go ahead and take that shot, man. Like that's just, what? Okay. Because you can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up.
Where are my glasses?
And here we go.
In my comment section needs to. Yesterday, I posted a TikTok line to this question: what are the red flags you look for in men? And one of them was if he wouldn't date trans women. Red flag. And my comment section. You get the idea. I can't put them all because there's too many. Let me break this down. Trans women are women. So if you're heterosexual and you're a man and you said you wouldn't date a trans woman because it's a preference, that's just transphobia, period. The majority of the time, our preferences are rooted in something problematic. It could be trauma, racism, transphobia. The list goes on. If you want to find out what your problematic preferences are, click the link in my bio and watch this video. I am now going to take you all through an example. This person asked why it's transphobic to not want to date a trans woman. Already starting off on the wrong foot by referring to cis women as regular women, then says something about trans women not being able to carry children. If that's your sole reason for dating someone, keep that same energy for all the women who are infertile. The transphobic.
If you don't laugh, wait.
So
She had to.
go ahead, Rich. Your world, man. You got this one. You got this.
I don't.
Said, no, I don't want it. I don't want it.
I don't have it. I don't have it. I'm a. So wait. Oh gosh. Oh, okay. It's, if you don't laugh, you go crazy.
I got my glasses. I felt like I was reading it wrong, but then she said it, so I knew I wasn't reading it wrong no more. So, a lady who had a thing, and ain't a and like, huh?
Apparently.
Wait. We gonna break out some definitions, okay? So wait. So
Okay. Okay. All right. Let's do that. I like
trans
that.
woman, right?
Trans woman.
A person who was registered as male at birth, but who lives and identifies as a woman.
So a biological man.
I feel like these lyrics to Amazing Grace are gonna keep coming up. I once was, but now am.
But now.
I mean, that's the short definition, right? That is the definition that I'm looking at right now. It doesn't say anything about parts being assembled or disassembled, but it's
Yeah.
so what you're saying that if I don't want to date that, then because of my preference, I'm trans. I'm afraid. It's because I'm afraid. Well,
Yeah, man.
If I'm dating a woman that I feel that I think is a woman because she's putting out that she's a woman, and then something that I have whips out at me,
all of a sudden you start sword fighting out here.
I mean,
Oh God.
but I'm supposed to accept that. Is that what she's saying?
Basically.
Okay, Mr. Bam.
If you're not cool with it,
If you
then
don't, you're transphobic.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're transphobic. Apparently, if you so gentlemen, this is what we're being told, that if you as a man have a preference, and it's not just limited to this. This is probably one of the more extreme ones. Apparently, I've heard that you suffer from fat shaming and fat phobia if you're not attracted to big girls, for example. you have some other kind of aversion if if you don't like women with short hair, you prefer long hair, that kind of stuff. So basically, as a man, you're not allowed to have a preference in the first place.
You got to be open to everything.
Yeah,
and clearly everything.
You got everything.
But wait,
You got to be
go,
actually the stereotype they tell us, which is that we will put our whatever in anything that walks. So
they literally mean it.
Cisgender, denoting or relating to a person whose gender identity corresponds with the sex registered for them at birth, not transgender.
What you came out as.
So when she said, what is he trying to say? Cis are regular women, all women are with. Ma'am, not according to the definition here, right? Because when he says cis, he's saying denoting or relating to a person whose gender identity corresponds with the sex registered for them at birth, not transgender. So you're trying. She took.
Go ahead, say it. Go ahead. She was what?
She told Webster, "You wild."
That's exactly what she did. She said, "No. That's wrong. That's wrong. What I think is right over here. What I think is right."
I guess
isn't that the crux of the entire ideology?
Webster is transphobic.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna go on record and say it. Transphobic's not a thing.
They try to take the dick out of dictionary.
Or put one in, depending on if it's a
Why does my preference have to fit
transcoctionary?
What you think it should be?
And also, within that same breath, I'm not sitting very well with the slight slap in the face of comparing dating a transgender person to an infertile woman.
Them ain't the same, bro.
Not the same.
Them is not the same.
It's really not. And honestly, and for any and all women, and I mean all women that are listening, if you don't stand up and stop these men from appropriating you, it's just going to keep getting worse. I mean, we're now being told, so, for 2 generations, we've been told that we ain't shit and that we cheat and that we're dogs and that we just make babies and leave, right? And now we're being told that if we have a preference, we're bad. We're bad people. Again, like I said, I don't have the time to go into every example that I've randomly come across. This is just one example. But you can't have a preference, fellas. You can't have a preference.
But I do.
According to some of these.
And will continue to have a preference. I prefer she were born a female.
Yeah. So what you're saying is you prefer a woman. Whatever those are.
Yeah. Put cis in front of it if it makes you feel fancy.
Oh man.
I prefer a cis woman.
Hey. Salt Bay.
Wait.
There's no such thing as a cis woman.
There's no such thing as a
cis is not a thing. We covered this. The prefixes mean something. Trans means from one, transferred from one to the other. Bi means two, right? Cis means no, because it's not real, because it's not a thing. All right. Like being transphobic or fatophobic. Those aren't things either. Stop it. They're not.
Soon they're gonna be dreadophobic.
Oh yeah. Well, they're already apparently straightophobic.
We're putting
cisphobic.
We're putting versary at the end of everything, so. Oh
my goodness. Let me look at this comment real quick. All right. Hey, from from a woman. Hey, here we go. I'm over it. People manipulate facts to correspond with their beliefs and then try to make you feel bad. Boom. Because the thing is, it's if you don't agree, then you're the bad guy. I'm telling you, I don't agree. And I don't give a shit if you think I'm the bad guy. I don't care.
I'm a bad guy.
The truth is the truth.
I'm a bad guy.
Yep.
Well, here's what I know is that truth is truth, no matter how many of you believe it. It doesn't change what the truth is. Right is right, no matter how many people do it. Wrong is wrong, no matter how many people do it. All right. So this whole
That's the only
ideology
math
is
I know. That's
absurd.
math.
That's it. Plus, let's keep it a buck. Infertile or not, a woman still has. Thank you. Trans women do not. And their Frankenstein's monster version of one is not a thing. Okay, let's call it what it is, yo.
I read somewhere.
I'm just. Could you imagine banging a Frankenstein poussoir?
Hold on, are we shooting for cancellation? Are we shooting for cancellation?
If the truth gets us canceled, so be it. But could you imagine that?
I read somewhere they put butter inside to make it slippery.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
All right, come on, next one.
Yeah. You gotta milk that motherfucker to get it wet. Like what?
That way you still got the warm.
Folks, that's a disclaimer, like we say every week. Yep, we're getting canceled.
It's been
like
a pleasure.
nothing but out here.
So episode 29 was the one. It's been a pleasure. All right.
This is it. Hey man, there we go. You've ruined butter.
It's not good for you anyway. You got to switch to I can't believe it's not butter.
Oh, because it's not butter.
That's what we'll call it.
Because
I can't believe it's not coochie.
Because it's not. That's the gag. See what I did there?
Thank you and good night.
Where's the cis butter?
Oh, cis butter. Oh, this is the one. This is the one, yo. Oh boy.
Oh God.
That's a brand. It's a brand, yo. That's what you're gonna be putting on your bugs when they make you start when they make us start eating food out of bugs. It's gonna be I can't believe it's not coochie butter. Cooking your shit
It's a
with
flavor out
Crisco.
somewhere already. You know it is. Flavor out
Gotta
already.
be.
It's out
Gotta
there.
be.
It's out there. If truffle butter's
Rubber
out there,
poussoir. Okay. All right.
Oh Jesus.
I forgot about that. Oh. That's a thing.
Yeah.
People are disgusting. People are disgusting.
Mercy.
Okay. All right.
moving
Enough.
on.
Enough of that. Enough of that. That's dead. I think. Oh boy.
Today.
Yeah, I think we can carefully consider that as foul. Go up the graphic.
We want a born woman. Okay.
That's foul. Yeah. Like we should. Right?
Yeah. I prefer to
Right?
put my key in locks.
Okay. Yeah, this oh boy. Okay. This video is next. This is very interesting here. This is about whether or not women communicate. Now, caveat, y'all might want to get your shot, first of all. Get your shot ready. Get your shot ready. If that last one didn't get us canceled, this one probably will. Somebody lied apparently and said that women are better communicators than men. I'm gonna go around real quick and I'm gonna just see what y'all first opinion on that is before I play the video. So Kev, your thought, do you believe that women are generally better communicators than men?
I think if the people are healthy, then the gender is not relevant. I think unhealthy people are poor communicators, and I think healthy, healed people are proper communicators. And people who are working towards being healthy are working on their communication. But I don't think that's gender specific. I know men who can't communicate. I know women who can't communicate. I know men who can. I know women who can. So yeah, it's communication is non-binary.
Yep. Rich.
No, man, I was gonna say the same thing. Because I mean, if I were to lean one way or the other, right? If I were to lean one way or the other, I could say that I feel like I'm a poor communicator. So I would feel like women are better communicators. But I've also seen men be the communicators, like be like strong communicators too. So I think it's like Kev said, man. It can go both ways.
So it's bi.
But I'm about to say, thus making it binary. No. All right, Q, your world.
Look, I definitely agree because nowadays you do see men who are excellent communicators when it comes to relationships and any spectrum of relationship or situationship and vice versa. So I don't think it's necessarily gender specific. And please, one thing that grinds my gears, can we stop blaming everything on moon phases and zodiac signs? Just own up to it. Like, if you are a bad communicator, don't say, "Oh, it's because you're a Sagittarius." I know how them Sagittarius men are, or them Aries women. No, you suck at communication. Get with your partner and work at your relationship. Get better.
Q is out here dropping bombs.
It must be a full moon.
That's uh-oh. It must be. My zodiac sign is off. Are we back? Are we good?
We good.
See? Oh, I'm not good. No, we about to be good because we about to take this shot.
We had the conversation. We don't need the video.
Well, look, I want y'all to see what he said about this and see if this adjusts anything in your head. So let's get through it. Maybe not.
That's why I said don't need it.
Ever told in history is that women communicate better than men, talk more than men do. So with all that being said, you just that you're a communicator. Communication is between two people and not just one. You'll literally have a problem with a man and then mad at the man for not knowing you have a problem with him, and he doesn't even know what the actual problem is. And then you get even more mad when he actually wants you to articulate either what you want or what the problem is. The reason why you get mad at him when he does this is because you don't necessarily know how to articulate how you feel. Women don't listen, they interpret. So you'll get mad at me for what you thought I said is hearing the actual words that came out of my mouth. Most of you ladies are not articulate enough to explain what your problem is with a form of specificity that will actually solve the problem that you have. But y'all are the best communicators because y'all talk more. That don't make no sense.
Okay. That said, fair foul. Biggest lie told in history is that women are better communicators than men.
I think a broken clock is right twice a day. So what he said, it ain't right, but it ain't wrong. In that, I think in general, women do talk a lot. Like that's a like, and this will probably get me canceled. It's a female trait. To be talkative is a female trait. I ain't mad at it, Like that's what women do. Like men, when we talk, we're talking to get to the point. Just like I kind of, I feel like we've had this conversation before. That when women talk to men about problems, we're solution oriented. Whereas, like, if a woman's telling you about her problem, she wants you to like empathize with her and go with her. And in a nutshell, just listen to her and basically have her back on a problem. Whereas we're like, okay, you have a problem. Now that you told me the problem, what we going to do to fix it? Because we're solution oriented. So I do think that women talk more than men. But again, going back to what Rich said, like that doesn't necessarily, make you a better communicator. Because like, what are you saying is kind of what we're getting into. And I know even for us, like I found myself apologizing recently because I was holding some stuff in that I was feeling and didn't think there was a point in speaking on it, which is not proper communication. Like whether I feel like it's a point or not, if I feel a way about something, I should speak on it to get it off my chest. And by me not speaking on it, you're not necessarily aware of me having a problem. And granted, there's body language, and just when you know a person, like you can tell something's off, but you still may not know exactly what's going on. So if I don't speak on it, I'm just expecting you to know. And I think that was said somewhere. So like, I at times, like Rich said, can be a poor communicator. And, parts of me just expect you to read my body language, to feel like what you said wasn't okay. Even if you had the best intentions, the way you delivered it wasn't okay. So like, we can all be wrong. We can all hold some stuff in. We can all.
I think that's fair to say. Q,
Yeah,
go ahead,
it
bro.
is.
You like you about to say something?
No, like Kev definitely hit the nail over the head. Like on both ends, communication can be that way for both of us. I guess guys, when it comes to communication, can be straight to the point. Like you said, sometimes with women, when they communicate, they might be mad at you over something you don't even know why. And by the time you find out about it, it's like, dang, this could have been something that could have been resolved, like nipped in the bud right away. And like you said, we are solution guys. So we're not intuitive. We're not psychics. We're going to work through a problem. We're not going to hold everything in.
But let me just ask you real quick.
Yeah.
Let me just ask you real quick. When you say that if that kind of proves its point that if you're upset about something but you don't communicate, you don't articulate what your problem is, you still be to understand how you feel. That communicator and saying it's male or all right, we good. All right, I'm not going to say it's male or female specific, but
I mean, across both ends, I
at?
wouldn't say. Towards the beginning when you first started talking, but I wouldn't say that it's specifically gender specific anyway. Like I agree completely with what Kev said. It's just a matter of opening up more instead of holding stuff in. Like let that crap out. It's unhealthy holding everything in. That's my general point.
Yeah, it starts with communication, man. You got to communicate. That's
very
for sure.
unhealthy. And I've definitely been working on it, getting better at communication. So, but yeah, it's definitely unhealthy. What Kev always says Kev and Trey says what everybody needs. What is it? No, Kev says God therapy, right? What is it, Kev?
Shout out to God and therapy.
Yeah, there you go. Shout out to God and therapy. That's what it was.
Got it.
Indeed.
Yeah.
What trade out that we didn't hear?
Okay, hold on. Am I still out?
You know, your computer is doing piss poor
You're
communication.
double dutching.
Yeah.
Really? No shit. Okay. All right. All right. Beep, 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 boop, boop. Interesting.
Boop,
Okay.
beep, boop.
Okay. Somebody hashtag get Trey a new computer. Hashtag get Trey a new computer.
Collecting donations.
Okay. I'll leave that. Yeah, man, got to leave that at that.
It's all good.
Just for the sake of time and because mine is being funky. Let's move on to this next thing and then get on to the headline and get on out of here. Last thing, real quick, and I know some of y'all gonna have something to say about this. Never, I repeat, never marry a man raised by a single mother. Shots fired.
Let me put my glasses on so I can take them off again.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Sound off. I didn't say it. Sound off. Kev, go for it.
I like, is Al Gore still alive? Because we finna kill him. We finna kill him if he ain't already dead. I just
listen.
If
like,
climate change doesn't do it first, I guess.
So this shit stresses me out, and here's the reason why. Again, broken clocks are right twice a day. So are there men who were raised by single mothers who don't know how to be good husbands? Yes. However, are there women who were raised in a two-parent household whose parents had a healthy marriage and they don't know how to be good wives? Absolutely. Are there men who were raised in a two-parent household whose parents pretended that they liked each other and he caught a whiff of it and he still knows how to be a good husband? Yes. Like, to all y'all know, I hate it. There is no all, any, every, like that get out of philosophy 101. Let go of the syllogisms. It's not all, every, anything. It might be something wrong with you, which I feel like in this case, some man who's raised by a single mother hurt her, and now she went on Al Gore's internet, Beyonce's internet, and just said the first thing that came to her mind. Like, the whole object is to find a person that you feel like you can spend the rest of your life with. It should not matter. Granted, there are some things that are important. You know, how do you treat your parents with respect to how they treat you, how they've been there for you, those kinds of things. Because I say it all the time. My father's a fuck nigga. Like, I'm not letting that go. So I'm not going to give him a respect that he doesn't deserve. However, I love my mother. I respect her as the person who raised me and my brothers by herself, strong Black woman, you know what I'm saying, until her dying breath. Like, and so I'm not going into a marriage with like ill intentions for my wife. I'm gonna be a God-led husband. So like, to say that I'm not quality because I was raised by a single mother, like, you're trash for that. Like, what did I look like going into the marriage? What do I believe in? What's my faith system? What are my philosophies on marriage? How do I like undergird my children? Like, those are qualities. Not, I was raised by a single mother, so I'm trash now.
Mm-hmm.
Q, you want to jump in on this one?
Bro, if anything, that's a slap in the face with that comment that just got posted. Because anytime you can look at a relationship and judge it based off of how you were raised, who are you? Like, really, who are you? Because if you go along thinking you're going to find somebody based off of a comment like that, you're staying single for the rest of your life, man. Because I've known people who've grown up in this household with both parents. And like we say, is it all people? No. But they're actually garbage. Not speaking on everybody, but the people that I do know, that I've seen personally, were garbage. Being in a single household, I've seen people that were raised the correct way of how to treat a woman, which would be more beneficial in a relationship. Like, you want to look at how that person, like Kev said, how that person interacts with people, that they're a God-led, God-fearing person. They're standing right. They're doing what they need to do for their family in a positive light. Don't just judge this because I have a single parent. I don't have my dad around, or I don't have my mom around. Like, you're missing the boat. Miss the right and pass by because you're being judgmental. Just go ahead and get your cats, sit in your apartment, and enjoy the rest of your life, man. Have a good night.
Yeah. You muted, Rich. There you go.
I like to see
We
my
back.
mind again. I can't help but wonder if she was hurt because she had that experience and ended up being number two the entire time. I can't help but wonder if that was her experience and she was hurt because she, even though she was married, she stayed number two in his life. So I
Like
mean,
number two to like his mom.
number two, like his mom is number
Yeah.
one,
or
Yeah.
the
Okay.
kids, or
married or not.
the job.
But I still I don't think that's a product of just the single mother, all single mother, the single mother syndrome, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's something that he has to learn, right, and grow from. Like, you have to detach. You are now married. You mom's not number one in you. She's so, in a sense, right? So yes, she's your mom. Nothing's going to change that. But once you're married, this is now your immediate family. So I don't know. Maybe she was hurt by that, and that's why she posted that general statement. Trey, you look like you got thoughts on that.
I do. There's two things come to mind. One, and first of all, she's wrong. Let me make sure this is very clear. She's wrong because she put a never ever
Wrong.
on it, and
What I said still didn't make her right. I'm just saying.
yeah, for sure, 100%. So she definitely wrong because she said never do it, because implying that all of them are the same, and we know that that's not true, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. I had to wait for y'all to nod to make sure y'all can still hear me. All right, so that's the first thing. She's wrong. However, here's what I'll say. I often ask people, how do you describe a color you've never seen before? Right? Kev, I think we went into this a couple weeks ago. Like, it's not that you can't do it, it's that it's tough. So I think she's wrong for saying never do it, to imply to put everybody in the same box. I do think, however, there are certain things that should put you on high alert. And, you saw what you saw growing up, and it is hard to not somehow replicate that. Dysfunction breeds dysfunction, in other words. So it's hard to not replicate the same thing. You know what I mean? So again, to Q's point, just because you have two parents in the house doesn't mean that you're a great person. And just because you come from a single parent doesn't mean that you're a horrible person. Not at all. But it does beg the question, how do you see partnership? How do you see marriage? How do you see relationship? How do you see, this bond together? How do you see our lives moving forward when you didn't necessarily have an example of what that looks like? So I understand the thought process. I think she's wrong because she overreached, but I can understand the thinking.
And so I wholeheartedly get what you're saying. I guess the thing for me is that, and I'm gonna box this in and say, for the man who grows up with married parents who had a healthy relationship and They, they showed love to each other all the time. But even when there was disagreement, it was healthy disagreement, and they checked the boxes. That was them. The person that you choose to marry is not your mother. It's not your father. So, like, even though you saw this idea of what a healthy, successful marriage looks like, you're taking ideas from it, but it's still not the same person. It's not the same belief system. It's not the same personality. It's not the same decision-making process. It's not the same conflict resolution. It's none of those things. So you have an idea, but it's still not that. And so, it goes back to our communication conversation, which all of those things exist before you enter the marriage. We're going, the reason I want to marry you is because I've been having hard conversations with you prior to marriage. What are your financial goals for yourself? What does your credit look like now? Well, even if it's bad, which stuff happens, what are you doing to fix it? Can you live without some things in order to build your credit? Do you believe that labels on clothing are more important, or is it saving for our kids' college plans? Like, those conversations should exist before the marriage happens. So, if we can't be successful in a relationship, in a courting phase, if we can't communicate with each other healthy in those steps, we don't even make it to marriage, let alone have that in marriage. So that's the part that sends me. Everybody's different, and it's always going to be different. You're not the same person you were 5 years ago. I'm not who I was.
No, not at all.
Even if we start out successful, when you evolve and the job you were working at no longer serves you, so you want to leave it, but you're uncertain of what you want to do. Is your partner supportive of that, or are they nervous because now you're down to one income? Your life can shift in 2 years, in a year, in 5 years, in 10 years. So the communication has to be there, the willingness to grow, the willingness to adapt. All of those things have to exist, which is not relative to what you saw before it, because it may not look the same.
And you know what? And I agree. And I would suggest that the ideals that you would need in your marriage would have to extend beyond finances, because money can change like that in a heartbeat, to your point. So with that said, that's actually a good segue to our headline topic, in our next to last shot, I guess, of the evening. But yeah, I'm about to say I've been going this whole time. We're gonna keep going anyway. But what are the ideals, or what does it mean to be of high value, right? So let's go ahead and get into that real quick. You know what I'm saying? Headline topic. Let's get to it. Okay. It said high valued man in the thing. Obviously I adjusted that a little bit late, but what is high value? So let's talk about that, because a lot of time when we talk about what we value, or what women value in men, what men value in women, a lot of it is tied to money, job, credit, business, things of that nature. And that's not to say that those things aren't important, right? Even the Bible says a man that doesn't work doesn't eat, right? So, it's important to have a job. It's important to have a long-term plan. Bible also says, I'm just one that believes that. So, but the Bible also says that a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. And you can't do that, if you're not working, right? So these things are important, absolutely. But is that the end all be all, right? So, Rich, I'm gonna jump to you real quick. As you've crossed the threshold of being married, right? What are some things that you value, and this actually kind of came from a question you were asked in the first place, but on you can tell that story, but also tell us what you value in your marriage.
After you unmute.
Yep,
Yeah.
we lost you again. Yep.
There
Yeah.
we go. Hey,
There we go.
here I
You've been
is.
drinking.
Here I is. So man, that's a great question. So one of the when it comes to wealth, um, we don't we don't think about money. Actually, man, if we could go off the grid right now, we'd be gone. Um, because wealth is not monetary for us. I mean, wealth is in the character, uh, who we are as a person, the values that we hold dear, and then the standards. We being kind, being compassionate, courteous, but also you got to be strong. Nobody wants a weak link, right? Holding standards. I mean, there's so much other than money that goes into it. Um, family is important to us. Laughing is important to us. We like to travel. We like to go out and be in nature. So those are more important things to us. Material things aren't important. Like I said, money again is not important. We're more in tune with going deeper than that. Now, having money can help you know um, uh, create more opportunities for us to do things that you know bring us that happiness, like going on cruises and things of that nature. Just being able to have money, put gas in the car to go to Shenandoah, or just trips in general. But that's what we do. We put our money towards those things that create the moments that we have together and can look back on. We create memories. You know, we create memories with those. So it's vitally important to establish that up front, though. And we talked about those things. We talked about that up front. So when you go into this marriage, this relationship, those are some of the things you definitely need to get out in front. Is what do you consider wealth, and what are your values, and what are your standards? Because you got to be on the same page when it comes to those things. Otherwise, it's going to be a headache when somebody's more concerned with the name brand stuff, while the other is concerned with just trying to have time together and go places. Buying things versus going places, they both cost money, right? But where are you focusing in on? And so, yeah, man, over here we're just highly focused on family and creating those memories, being able to create those opportunities where we can just be together, have more fun, create those memories, man.
So it's safe to say that your value, or your wife's value for that matter, in your eyes, isn't necessarily tied to money. Now, that doesn't mean that either of you are irresponsible with money, or that, like I feel like, while that's not the main
Oh,
thing,
my name?
if she right, but if she was irresponsible with money, like, I feel like that would be a deal breaker. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man. So you know what also plays a role when it comes to money is is your upbringing, like what you were exposed to. I'll say that. What you were exposed
Fair.
to growing up. has a lot to do with how you treat money and how you deal with money. Because some people will hold on tight to it, some people will bury it, some people will be just like investors. They're quick to just throw that money out. Boom. All right. What? It's the next investment. Let's go. They're more frivolous with it, willing to take chances. So that needs to be established up front too. It needs to be established up front. What is our plan? What is our goal together? Um, to accomplish the things that we want in life. You know,
Yep.
but yeah, if listen, I picked the right one. So yeah, it's safe to say that both of us, we communicated, we are on the same page when it comes to wealth and money and what we hold dear to our hearts.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, Q or Kev, when y'all want to jump in real quick?
Talk to us, Q.
Q is also muted.
Okay.
He caught the chain. He caught the chain. There we go.
Is this thing on? Is this thing on? Okay. So no, before I even dove in, I was going to ask Richard to kind of give like a little story on how we got into the topic. But what I would say is a lot of people would hear, oh, a high value man. So the first thing they think about is materialistic or net worth. Instead, what the focus should be is, am I going to have someone with the qualities of someone who's attentive, someone who actually cares, and who can reciprocate that feeling of love? Like, you can't put a dollar amount on that. I don't care if I'm broke and penniless. I want somebody that's going to actually sit there and listen and actually take the time and the sweat equity to make this relationship work. Dollar amounts don't mean anything if you don't establish the basics. That's all I got.
That is a Snapple fact. Snapple fact. Kev, you want to jump in?
That I can absolutely rock with. Communication and compromise are, if I'm speaking in general, I think are two things that would make you high value. And like, as much as I hate to say it, so I'll say it like this: in the places that I've been, when the conversations have been had, what do you look for in a person? Again, in the places that I've been, because people tend to forget the factual part of this. In the places that I've been, the conversations that I've heard when someone asks, what do you look for in a person? Women tend to lean to aesthetics. Men tend to lead to characteristics. And for me, I'm big on characteristics. Like, I mean, bottom and I think like this is a bare minimum quality, but it's my only aesthetic. I have to find you attractive, like, which I don't think is a bad thing, but I have to find you attractive because, again, I plan to wake up to you every day. I want to see you all the time. So I need to find you attractive. Once we get past that point, it's all about your qualities as a person, being a God-fearing woman, someone who can communicate well, someone who is family oriented, someone who has a life for themselves, but knows how to carve out time for you to grow in a relationship. Things like those are character quality things. And so at the top of my list is communication and compromise, and we've been talking about communication all evening, but it's literally top tier, because it encompasses everything. Before children are involved, you're communicating about what your lives look like together. Once children are involved, communication becomes even more important because it's everything related to the child. Well, are you fixing lunch? Am I fixing lunch? Are you picking them up from daycare? Am I picking them up? Are you taking them to school? If we both can't go to this parent conference, are you going to make it? So the communication needs to be top tier because there are so many things that are relative to us being effective communicators And God forbid something happens where somebody like doesn't speak up. Oh, by the way, I'm stuck in traffic, and I know you're closer to X, Y, and Z. So can you you always have to be proactive in your communication, and then the compromise. Just because, like, again, we're talking about blending personalities, blending lifestyles, blending upbringings, blending, the like all of the things that help to raise us, your culture, your surroundings. So like when we come together, it's not just gonna hit like puzzle pieces. It's well, I'm used to doing it this way. Okay, I'm used to doing it this way. So how do we meet in the middle? Some people don't wash dishes before they go to bed. I'll take care of it in the morning. But if you're the type, I can't go to bed with a dirty kitchen, where's the compromise? You know what I'm saying? Like, do we clean up every day, or do we designate a day for cleaning? Is it, what I'm saying, your night to cook or your week to cook? And so how do we compromise around those things if our ideologies are different? And if you can't compromise, like, that's a telling statement. So that means when shit gets rough, like, that I can't count on you to like take on the brunt of something because I'm dealing with whatever. Like, if I'm sick, I shouldn't have to get out of my sick bed to deal with some stuff that you could have taken care of. If I'm working late, you shouldn't be coming home and just sitting down. I'm working late. Whereas if you worked late and I was home, I would have made sure blah blah blah. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like the compromise in a relationship has to be top tier. So those are two things that make you high value to me. And I know I'm high value at, like, I for what it's worth, it ain't a thing I can't do and won't do for myself. So literally the addition of a partner is just about our relationship. I can cook. I love to cook. So I'm not worried about you cooking. I can take out the trash. That's not your responsibility. I clean. I love to clean. Cleaning is therapeutic for me. So like all this stuff is taken care of. But how do you make me feel at the end of the day? How do you appreciate me for what I do at the end of the day, for for taking stuff off of your plate, making your burden light, easing your, you know what I'm saying, so that you can just handle your business. But hey babe, I know you've been doing X, Y, and Z. I'll cook dinner tonight because I see that you've been doing it for 2 weeks straight. While I was out, I picked you up some beers because I know that you like to have a beer every now and then. Like, that was my third C, consideration. So communication, compromise, and consideration. Like, those are gonna be top tier on my list all day, every day. And I can stay here forever, but I know we pushing time. I'm just saying, like, I'm preaching better than they saying amen. You understand what I'm saying?
Go tell them. Preaching better than they saying amen.
The
I
teacher
got you on
preacher,
the
the preacher
amens,
teacher.
brother.
Ladies and gentlemen,
For sure.
immovable force.
Man, you said a lot, and well, here's what what I'll take away from what all three of you said is, just, I noticed none of you put her money, her degree, her education, her job, her career as a preference.
It don't matter.
How about this? The value is in knowing what you want. Knowing what you want.
Edify.
Knowing what you want, right?
Because if you know, like, yeah,
man, if you know what you want, right, and you solving a lot of problems right there. I think the problem is when you get to the thing where you're saying you want high value, but you don't even know what you want. So then how do you know that's even high value to you? So I think, and that's just me. It could be my thinking. Sign off in the comments, but I'm thinking, that value is knowing what you want. Figure it out, because that's.
Oh, and literally just to tack on to that, if social media tells you what high value is, you're never going to be satisfied with what you get, because today high value is $200 dates and posting you on my page all the time. Tomorrow,
Why?
high value is a Louis Vuitton bag and being flued out to a private island in the middle of the week, even though we both got jobs that we got to work. And
But
then
wait. The next day, high value is having clothes from Gap that look like trash bags, and having pants that look like they came off a homeless person. You know, no shade to homeless people, but I'm just saying, like,
But I think that was the point. Actually, was for it to look like it came off a homeless person.
it still costs $1,000 plus.
right,
How's that home?
Bro came out with a full mask over his head. So.
Yeah. So you know, just the certainty of you is an irreplaceable thing. Like, and it's once again, it's not to say that a certain you today is the same you 5 years from now. However, while we're in the present, you should be aware of like what it is you like, what you desire, and why that matters so much, you know, with big picture in mind, with future in mind, you know. And that's the thing, like, you know, from what we're to understand, and again, there's no all every, but a lot of women look at you with future aspirations, you know what I'm saying? And so I highly doubt you just see the moment. But if you're only reacting to the moment, you're ignoring what your like better self or higher self is saying, like, is long term important. Um, and those are phases, because, like, for what it's worth, we all hit the underground circuit. Like, what women were responding to in high school looked different when they got to college. Undergrad looked different than grad school. Grad school looked different than a professional setting. So whereas
you're growing up,
you know what I'm saying, the corner boys was cool for a while, and then you realize I can't raise my kids around the weed man and the dude who doesn't go to work but borrows my car every day. Like, that loses value. It was cool when it was cool, but it's not anymore. So, you know, the geeks are now high value because they are six-figured, they are secure, they are, like, you know what I'm saying? It just, like, stuff changes over time.
well, they're secure financially anyway. They're secure financially anyway, and I think that's very key and very telling what you said, man. To kind of, again, kind of combine everything that everybody said. I completely agree. First of all, value is subjective, because I'm gonna get to Zach's comment real quick. Every 3 to 5 years, you change, right? What you want now will be adjusted in the future. Right back to your point, Kev, what it was when you were, 17 is different from what it was when you're 27, different from what it is at 37, you know? And that's, again, biblical. When I was a child, I spoke as a child, thought as a child, acted as a child. And when I became a man, I put away childish things, right? At a point that clubbing and hustling and all the other stuff that we did, and all kind of stuff, we did all kind of crap, but at a point that that loses its value, right? So
But
again,
let me
going back
jump
to
in real
what
quick.
is value. Yeah, go ahead.
Let me jump in real quick, because he said in a relationship / marriage, and that's why it's vitally important that you are growing together in your marriage relationship, having that communication, having those, because yes, certain preferences and things are going to change. I think your core values will pretty much stay the same. You might have a couple change here and there, but as long as you're growing together, I think that's one of the major keys. And my wife and I, we talk about that as well, and that's something that we talk about. Like yes, we got so much going on, but we got to make sure that every month or every whatever it is, every week, we make sure we have some time that we're talking, that we're spending time with each other. Every month we got to make sure that we have X amount of dates set up, because
But you know what though, there's a
if it get
maturity in
hectic,
that.
and then you can grow apart, focusing
Yeah.
on just we gonna focus on the kids.
Yeah.
But then after the kids are grown up, then what do you have? You have all these years that went by that you were growing. Your likes and dislikes have been changing. Y'all haven't been communicating that because y'all been focused on this aspect over here. And we need to focus on our kids. We need to focus on other things, right? But it's also about that growth together, staying on that same path, setting time and even boundaries at time. You know, for example, I had to cut down my frat time I would spend with the frat. Hey man, listen, love y'all, but
You gotta do what you gotta do.
I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. I'm gonna say what I was
But
gonna say.
y'all not though.
I'm gonna say
But
what I'm
y'all
gonna
not
say
though.
because this
No,
is
I know what you was
organic,
about to say, but
and I'm
y'all
gonna
not
say what I
though.
was gonna say.
But
You know,
y'all
we
not.
always say bros before
But
hoes,
y'all
but I
not
didn't
though.
marry no hoe. So I go with my partner. All right, listen, we got to do those things, right? I had to set time. Listen, over here, love y'all, but we growing together, and that's what you
Yeah.
got to do. That's what you
Yeah.
got to do.
Nah, all facts, brother.
Sorry, LB. I didn't mean to throw you off.
No, you're right, man. You're right. No, you're absolutely right, bro. There comes a time where you gotta leave and cleave. You know what I'm saying? You gotta leave your house and cleave onto your wife. You know what I'm saying? But that said, what I was gonna say is there's a maturity that is in your responses, right? And so back to what you thought things were back when you were in your early 20s or mid 20s or what have you versus where you are now, right? You know, you've matured past the point of the BS, right? But when you were, out here in these streets, when we were out here in these streets, we was still growing. We were still literally developing, putting ourselves in grown up situations, right? It's like seriously, and so I think there's something to be said about you know waiting just a little bit to do stuff, to do, the important things, the big things, you know, marriage and the kids and the merging of bank accounts and all those types of things. You know what I'm saying? Like there's something to be said about waiting until you're mature enough to handle something like that, you know? And back to the point of growing with somebody. That's the point, right? Some people you know, look, everybody that I dated before Savannah, I hope does and did great. In fact, some of them I know for a fact are in great marriages, relationships, got great kids and great families, and more power to them. And I wish them nothing but the best, right? But they were her, and that's cool, and that's fine because I wasn't whoever they married. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, but again, there's something to be said about, growth and being mature before you step into those serious situations. You know what I'm saying? Those grown-up situations. We gotta cut off, man. It's time. It's time. It's time.
This
Man,
was
time.
good.
boy, we can be
All right.
going all night.
I know, man. This is a good one. Hey, look, I'm good to do a part 2 next week. We could continue this to a part 2 next week if y'all want to do that. Y'all let us know in the comments what y'all think. It's a little bit more definitely can be talked about with this. We can do a part 2, but man, look, let's get to some rapid fire, which is a combination of final thoughts. So we're gonna combine it. Topics I got here for y'all, man. As we head out, um, there was unfortunately, we're gonna go with a not so great, a great one, and just an overall good one. So, unfortunately, a man shot up a KFC over the last week. Yeah, yeah. I didn't believe it either. Man, shot up a KFC because
New chicken sandwich?
the KFC. No, it's
Double
because they
down.
ain't have no corn.
Corn?
I'm going tomorrow to try
Yeah.
this. I'm going tomorrow to try this corn.
Hey, this
Yep.
corn must be like legit.
Listen,
Hey,
Maize. It better be maize.
what they sprinkle on that corn?
Maize.
listen. I can't make this up. I can't make this up.
And that had to be us. That had to be us.
Why did it have to be us? Why did it have to be us?
Because it's a chicken place. I hate to say it. As stereotypical as it is, yes.
Somebody is.
I'll never forget how we were with Popeyes and the chicken sandwich. So, you know, think of the number of people who lost their lives over the Popeyes chicken sandwich. So
Hey, for what it's worth, we might
Hey.
not know this man's situation. He takes eating fruits and vegetables very serious.
I'm finna try it tomorrow. You sold me. I'm finna try it tomorrow.
Maybe they sprinkle
if
some
it's
of
good
that,
enough
maybe
to
they
shoot
sprinkle some of
somebody
that coochie butter on there.
It's cooked in that sis sauce.
Yeah. It's cooked in that sis sauce. That
With some Old Bay.
non-binary. That non-binary Frankenstein butter.
Don't forget the Old Bay.
Oh my gosh.
Is that only
Okay.
America?
All right.
Oh gosh.
Maryland, D.C. Virginia.
All right. That's that. All right. Speaking of which,
Speaking of sis butter,
hey man, if you down with the Frankenstein butter,
Ooh.
you got a
On the
choice.
corn.
It's either sis butter or Frankenstein butter. That's what you got.
Corn on the cob.
One or the other. All right, here we go. Might be the greatest thing I've seen in the history of Jeopardy.
Can also mean an immoral pleasure seeker.
yeah.
What's a hoe? No. Whoa. Whoa. They teach you that in school in Utah, huh? Al, what's a rake? A rake is right.
Nah, that's foul. And I know we lost. Okay, Trey's coming back. That's foul. A hoe is a hoe.
I'm back.
I ain't never met no
Listen.
immoral pleasure seeker and called her a rake. we didn't take the form that I've got rakes. I've got rakes.
Listen,
What? It ain't never been that. Alex
Oh,
Trebek
man.
is wrong. The producers are wrong. They're all wrong. He was right.
Listen, it's a long-handled gardening tool.
That's a hoe.
Can also mean an immoral pleasure seeker. I don't
That's
know
a
how
hoe.
we get to rake. How do we get to rake? That's a hoe.
That's a hoe.
That's a hoe.
I know a hoe when I see
Listen.
one.
I was literally about to say those exact words.
Oh man. Oh man.
Know a hoe when I see one. Describe a hoe to me. I know what it is, man.
Hey, I
Ridiculous.
just I pictured him when he said it because he knew what he was doing. I just pictured him with the glasses coming on and the blunt.
That's some bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man,
I tell you.
I just do it. Yo.
he knew what it is. He knew exactly what it was.
Maybe
All right.
Alex ain't know no better. He
Look,
grew
man,
up in
what
that
time
era
is
with
it?
bricks and
Let's
dates.
let's get to some final thoughts, man. Look,
I
listen.
saw all my
We-
rakes.
we
Hold it
over.
up.
Hey,
Jay, you dumb. You're dumb. But ain't nobody showed up to a Morgan party and said where the rake's at.
hey, where the rakes at? Yes, yes.
Oh, man.
Not never in the history have I ever asked. For a
Never
rake.
have I ever. Never have I ever. That should be one
Oh,
of the
man.
game nights. That should be one of the game nights. Never have I ever.
It's on the way.
Oh man.
It's
The
some
word,
rigs
man.
in this
Game
house.
night.
It's some
There's
rigs
some
in this
rakes
house.
in this
If
house.
you
There's
see
some
him
rakes
going
in this
about.
house.
It's some breaks in this
Break.
house.
Break are your friends.
Hey man, look, let's get out of here, man. We about to be clouded. We gonna mess around being here all night. Kev, man, final words, man. Final thoughts. What you got, brother?
So we're headed, and I know we'll see y'all again before the actual holiday. But again, I would just encourage you all to be kind to everybody. Rest in peace to DJ Twitch. And it, again, all the think pieces aside, we literally don't know what people are going through. They can be smiling one day and gone the next. And so, I would just encourage you to keep being kind at the forefront, because what you say could send somebody over the top. But if you're kind to them, then that can be enough for them to keep holding on one more day. So be good to people, be good to yourself. God and therapy always. Y'all enjoy the rest of your night. We can finish these drinks. I'm drunk.
Let's get it, LB.
Hey, listen. Stay prayed up. It's the most wonderful time of the year, so definitely focusing on family, fun, God, having a great time. And I'm gonna shout out my man Jay Owens for saying, pretty sure we all wanted a whole rubbing up against our man's. A rake sounds painful. Listen, it does sound painful. But listen, y'all have fun, man. Listen, that's what it's all about. Having fun, getting some labs in. And just enjoy life. Happy holidays to y'all, man. We're gonna do another one next week, so stay tuned.
For sure. Q.
Indeed. Like I said before, take care of yourself. Make sure you're wealthy, healthy, and thriving out in these streets. People, always a pleasure seeing you again. Always welcome to having you, and bring your friends. Like, we love the conversation. We love having the organic vibes. Come back again this next time on Friday. We love you guys and always appreciate you. Stay safe and happy holidays.
Absolutely, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Join you next weekend. All right, we're coming back at you live next Friday at 9. Join us. Pull up a cup. Light one up. Y'all ain't know I was a poet and you ain't even know it out here. You know what I'm saying? Man.
Hold it up.
Hey, definitely never wanted a rake on my mans. Never have I ever. We out of here, man. Y'all be cool, be safe, be good to each other, stay prayed up. We love y'all. God loves y'all. We out of here. Peace.
Till next time.